Healing Hannah is here. Wow, what an amazing week. I've spent so much time with friends, girlfriends, wonderful, great girlfriends. And sometimes I wonder how truly I got so blessed to have so many friends all over the United States, not just in specific areas. So I'm grateful for the choices that I've made in my life to lead me to the hearts of many beautiful people. So this week, what I've learned through my journey is all about attachment and all about change. And I know I've been talking a little bit about that with you, but this was kind of more powerful for me. So it took me to the next level of really who I am and understanding the value of who I am and why I am the way I am. And through life, you know, whether you were raised a certain way, whether you were taught to act a certain way to be right or to be accepted or to make yourself look better, we have this measure that's set on a bar to where we have to achieve that sometime in our life. And if we don't achieve that, then we're a failure. We are a failure at circumstance because we didn't strive to be best. Well, some people react differently. As for me, I was one of those people that walked the straight and narrow. I had to do things the right way. And it's because of my past beliefs, my attachments, the way I was raised. However, that has been implemented in my life to where it's one way or no way. Where you have some other people who look at it, it's my way, and I'm going to rebel and do my thing because this is all about me. Wherein later on, they feel the need that they have to make up for that because they feel guilty or they feel like they're ashamed or any of those kinds of things. So it's amazing how we all kind of venture back to the same feeling of not holding those standards. We feel like we are being punished in our life for choosing certain things that didn't really lead us to those expectations of the straight and narrow and the measure. So one thing that I've been able to connect with humanity this past week has been listening to people's different circumstances in their life, whether they're going through a really hard time with a loss of a loved one, or if they're going through a time where they don't feel like they're capable of doing anything. They're stressed out, maybe spread too thin, but one thing's the same as our emotions. Every human being has the same feeling, that same gut-wrenching feeling of failure, of feeling like they're not worthy then, or feeling like they're sad or upset, or they're grieving or whatever. We all can feel those emotions. So that takes me to this one spot is we are all the same. And many people come into our life to help us in those times of need because we can relate and be on the same page. So taking all that information I just shared and you put it all together, you look at the attachments that we have in our life that we feel that we have to fulfill, such as being the best mom, being a successful person, having happiness, making sure you are, doing everything you can to be respected in this world, to make sure you're a good wife, you clean your house once a week, to make sure, there's just so many things if you really think about it of what you do as a pattern, as a routine. My question is this: why do you do that? Why do you attach yourself to something that you feel like if you don't do that, you will not live up to this measure? Who told you that? Who told you that you were not going to be a great person if you miss cleaning the house 1 week? Who told you that you were a horrible mother if you let your child eat chocolate? Who told you all these things? Because that's the thing, is you've attached yourself to the patterns and belief systems that you've been taught to where you can't even make your own decisions for yourself because you're too busy trying to live up to the measure. You're too busy controlling it. You're too busy trying to prevent change. But the thing is change is always going to happen. Always. And if you understand that those things are going to happen to you, less likely you're going to be attached to your belief systems, which that comes with attaching to other things, such as people in our life, you know, our material things, whatever. So whenever you lose those things in your life, you understand that's the process of change. And it's a lot more accepting to understand that you're just as human as everybody else and you're going through change. So breathing all that in, I share this lengthy video with you in an in-depth conversation to get you to see that you and I are the same. So whenever you see me respond a certain way, whenever you see the love that comes out of my heart every single day, whenever you see my happiness and my positive posts and those kinds of things, when you see that, you know one thing. You and I are the same. You have that same love in your heart. You have that same belief of feeling good every day. You have that same positivity that lies within you. You just have to realize that change is inevitable and quit attaching yourself to the things that you can't control, and just be in this present moment and make it the best that you possibly can. Because I'm going to tell you, it's going to save yourself so much time, turmoil, worry, and fear if you let go of the stuff you cannot control and appreciate and be grateful for what you have right now. Embrace this moment. Embrace your life because it is perfect as it is. I hope you have an amazing, amazing weekend, and take this with you and make it, and make baby steps towards that next life, that next step, that next mindset, because it takes time to start thinking like that, to start thinking about we are all the same. But every time you explore more into it, you start connecting the dots and you realize where you kind of lost yourself by attaching yourself to that, to the belief systems and the way you're supposed to think, to live up to that measure. So, I love you, all of you, and peace be with your weekend.